Welcome to the House Files, a podcast about building a triplex in Portland.
Mostly to talk you out of it.
Yeah, so
Speaking of which,
update on the floors. This project is literally on hold until we get floors down here because that is the next thing that needs to happen before they can do cabinets or paint or anything up here. So it looks like it is just not going to be possible to get the floor that we have ordered and paid for and is almost all the way delivered. It's just not going to happen.
yeah, those floors are not happening.
Not happening. Maybe I think we'll save the full update on that for another episode once it's like fully resolved.
Yeah.
But
But even when it gets fully resolved, we are not going to get floors. So we have to find floors.
Right.
Here's the problem: is that we did tons of research on floors 2 years ago,
Right.
and I don't recall
the decision-making process.
I remember that I had very informed, strong opinions.
Yeah.
And luckily I can retain some of those opinions, but not the information that went into them mostly.
I know. I was actually watching back some of the old episodes to try to remember, like, what did we decide? But it didn't help as much as I had thought because I think a lot of that thought process kind of happened before we had even started recording.
Yeah, I agree. So
yeah, we're trying to figure out what type of floors. Do we want to get floors that are in stock somewhere that they can just show up? Or do we want to get the perfect floor and start this whole 6 month search?
Well, so time is money, right?
Yeah.
So price-wise, we kind of have a range that we're looking in. And if it's available now and it's a little bit more than we were going to spend on the other floors, it kind of doesn't matter at this point because if it takes several extra weeks to get in a cheaper floor,
that just costs money in other ways.
Yeah, it costs money in other ways. So that also means that our universe of options is limited, which is kind of great. We've spent a lot of time complaining about how early in the process, everything was an option, and the options are narrowing now.
Yep.
But the options are very narrowed for flooring.
Yeah. So at this point, we don't trust any flooring people because we've now been burned. So the strategy is we ask our contractor, who do you trust? Who have you bought from before? Who do you know will actually give us floors if we give them money? And funny how that works. So that is, that's the plan. That's the plan. We went to a flooring store that he recommended that he has worked with before and he knows the guy, told the guy we were coming ahead of time, went in there and said like, hey, we need floors now. What can we do? And we ended up picking a light color option and a dark color option, and actually brought home samples. So he was nice enough to he actually took out some boards of the light color one and gave us the actual boards, and we took the sample palette of the dark one.
So through movie magic, we are now going to look at those samples.
So it's like 5:30 p.m., so the sunlight is at a super sharp angle now. But what do you think?
I thought I would want the darker floor more.
Yeah.
But frankly, I didn't expect it, but it's just very chill.
I know. I have the same thought because I think the dark floor looks amazing, and it definitely looked amazing in the showroom. The reason it looks so smudgy now is because there's drywall dust everywhere. So as soon as you tap on it, it immediately picks up dust.
Which, to be fair, we won't have nearly as much drywall dust in the finished house.
Right. But but this one, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
But no, I like the dark one a lot. Actually, let's push it into the sunlight. Oh my God. But no, it looks great. And it would look really good with the dark wall here for the wet bar. And it looks great with the blue and the green. It looks great against pink. It looks like it works with every paint color we have. Because we have a lot of really rich paint colors in here.
Another very sunny room.
Yeah. It's
There's so much drywall done.
there's so much drywall, as you can see it in the air. No, it's nice, but I'm really like, I think it might just be too much.
I think it's too much.
And this light one, we what we did is at the store we picked the best looking light color and the best looking dark color, and this is the one that we liked the most.
To be fair, there was very few choices in the dark colorways. So
Well, there were a few, but I ruled out a bunch of them just because they were too orange.
For reasons, we're on a tight timeline too, and this is available like
This is in the warehouse in Portland. The dark one is in a warehouse in California.
Yeah.
So this one's like it can just be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he let us take home a bunch of samples, which was really nice.
Yeah, he was really nice.
So my one thing that I'm like not 100% sold on with this light one is because we're planning on doing the super dark stairs, like see the little black paint up there. All the stairway is gonna be painted dark like that. I'm not 100% on having the light colored stairs going up to the dark stairway. I feel like we have not very many design decisions in here. Like the space is a lot of it's just been like, let's figure it out as we go kind of thing. Except the stairs are like, it's our statement, right? The dark stair up to the roof. Oh, very, very well done.
This is what I was worried about the light floor. It's super on trend right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to have an on trend floor. I wanted to have a classic floor that will like timeless. I mean, it's an overused word in the design world, interior design world. I just did not want a floor where you could be like, that house was made in 2024.
Sure. Yeah.
Nor did I want to have a floor that looks like every picture of a new build apartment complex.
Yeah. But like, I think this is one step down from that because
it's not the super gray desaturated.
Yeah, there's the really gray floors, sort of like the color of this drywall dirt on the plywood. But
so the other thing they said, which I do, I care about cleaning and like durability. And one of the reasons we originally wanted to go with bamboo is it's very durable. Of the engineered hardwoods, the dark ones are gonna show everything more. Scratches, everything, because wood is lighter color than the stain. And so you can see it. It looks fine. It's so much fun.
in the direct sunlight, it looks a lot different. I just think it's a little bit too much. And I'm surprised because I really was leaning towards that. At the store, we had picked the light colored one because we were like, okay, what's in stock that we can just get and affordable? And we landed on that. And we were like, okay, it's okay, but I really want to be like, what if we don't use the constraint of is it in stock? Like, what if we're okay waiting 7 days for it to get delivered? What is there something better? And I was like, I like the look of dark floors, but I think I'm leaning towards this.
It definitely looks better with the salmon.
Yeah, you're right.
Like way better.
Way better. It looks great with the dark.
I think it actually almost in some ways looks better with the dark. Like I actually think
it's just too close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the dark floor looks great against pink and blues and greens.
I don't. Here's what I've determined. I don't think we're gonna go wrong with either of these floors.
Yeah, they're both good.
I think it's possible we'll have less opinions about this floor. Like if we install this floor, I think we're gonna stop thinking about the floor.
I agree. This one you're gonna be like, oh my god, you got dark floors.
Yeah, and we have to like plan everything around it.
Yeah.
And one thing I'll say is that while we haven't locked in every design decision, we haven't been making design decisions that we have made considering having such a dark floor.
It's true.
It's a very serious design element.
Yeah. Okay, so a fun fact. I was just watching back the House Files episode 2.
Yes.
Where we were talking about our flooring situation. And in that, we had said we were trying to recap like a month of discussions, apparently. But we had said that we had found a dark engineered wood that we both liked first. And then went to the bamboo store around the corner. And then got talked into the bamboo.
Yeah.
Which I didn't remember that was the order in which it happened.
I'd kind of forgotten that's how they...
Yeah. So
I do have pictures of that dark engineered.
yeah, I couldn't remember which one it was, and apparently we didn't insert B-roll. So
Yeah.
but oh my god, look how many footprints there are.
I know. So here's one of my concerns with this. I think it's going to track kitty litter.
I know, because we will have it next to the both kitty litter boxes.
Can we do herringbone in a floor, like in 1 or 2 rooms?
Why?
Because it looks really cool, but it's very expensive. So
well, the light one's cheaper, so we can use our extra $3,000 for the labor for herringbone.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Maybe. I mean, I agree. It does look good.
Yeah.
But yeah, are we sold on the light one now?
I think we've done an awful lot of talking ourselves into it.
I'm surprised because
This was not how I thought this was gonna. Once we took it home, I was so sure. Once we took a sample home, I was like, oh, we're gonna
go with the expensive slow one.
Yeah.
But
that
I don't
is
know.
Kind of our standard. This is the only room. I'm really disappointed we don't have dark floors in this room. Like
I know this is the room for it.
Dark floors. Here's the thing. Probably gonna put a rug in here anyway.
Yeah.
When we want it to be cozy, and it's gonna have furniture and everything. So maybe we just don't need a dark floor to accomplish whatever.
I mean, the walls and the ceiling are going to be out of control already, as you can tell by the 4 colors of richly dark, deep paint.
I still like the green one better.
I want it to be one less shade of green, but
there is that possibility.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think I'm for the lighter one.
I think I am too. I think it's just
being helped. How many footprints have appeared on that since we started filming this?
And the low angle sunlight, but that's what we got here. We get low sun that does this with floors. Can you put one of those in the direct sunlight path?
All the time. If we get this dark floor.
It really is. It's just going to be a problem child. Oh, I can see a footprint. If you look really close.
I know, but then
there it is.
It's like so much harder to spot.
But once you're back here, you can't see it at all. It looks good.
It's not the flooring of my dreams, but the flooring of my dreams is not an option. So.
I think it's fine.
I also don't dream of flooring, to be fair. Like when I dream of interior design things, I'm dreaming of like pink walls and my ridiculously overpriced wallpaper in my office and like our weird karaoke room setup with the dance studio.
Yeah, and I just dream of wires in every wall.
Yeah, and Aaron dreams of wires in every wall and cabinets. And we both dream of cabinets. But when I dream about things, I don't really dream of floors. I mean, wood floors is definitely a thing I wanted, and I didn't want luxury vinyl plank.
Yeah.
Because
some of them actually look pretty good. I was looking back at our video, and some of them are very convincing.
Yeah.
But
it's still plastic.
Yeah. And it's not that much more expensive to get this one. Okay.
Our contractor's going to be happy.
Yeah.
He wanted us to pick the light floors. He wanted us to pick like 10 shades lighter than that.
It's true. He's a big fan of the light floors, which to be fair, I like. I don't think I have as much of an aversion to it as you do, but I agree with your assessment.
I think it looks good in a lot of designs, but I am so tired of it. And if I'm tired of it before it's even installed in the house.
It's fair. Okay. Well, this has been fun.
So we made a decision.
We did it.
This is all the flooring.
We have so much flooring now.
It came the very next day.
Yeah. We right after walking around the house the other day, we called the guy or texted the guy, said we're going to go with the light floors. And the next day, our crew went and picked it up and brought it here. And now it's stacked in a giant pile in Lily's office. And now they can start.
Yeah. That's it. That's pretty much what happened.
So that is good news because we are not waiting a week for the floors to come in. The one fun thing that we do have to wait for is the stair treads. They actually take these boards and then cut them up and turn them into stair treads. But he said he likes to do it that way so that the wood actually matches, so that you're using the actual wood that you're using on your floors
versus
and the stair treads.
Versus like a stain match, which is like a common thing they do, because since this is real wood, it's engineered wood, but since it's real wood, there's a lot of variations in lot. And so one of the problems is if you pull the wood from one lot, then and try to stain match it, it'll end up not looking the same as across all of them.
And we don't want the stairs to look different than the floors. So this way, so it's just a little bit of I think he said like a week to do the work.
This was not what I thought we were going to end up going for. And I think you too. I mean, to the point where we were willing to possibly wait a little bit longer.
Right. Because the dark one was going to take an extra 10 days or whatever to get in. And at the shop, I was leaning more towards the dark one. But then, like he said, go take samples, put it in your actual space. And we did that, and it became very clear that wasn't the right option.
It just didn't work with a lot of things, which is funny because I think we chose a lot of very bold colors, and bold colors tend to work better with dark floors. And it looked phenomenal next to a lot of the colors, but not all of them. And then it also... as we were worried about, it really does just show a lot of dirt.
A lot of dirt. There was...
Part of it is that we have so much white drywall dust in here right now.
But... Yeah, I mean, it's an unrealistic amount of dirt right now on the floor because it is literally just a coat of white drywall powder. But still, it's like...
Yeah. And the other floor exposed to the same amount of drywall dust was not showing it. Right. So it's an extreme test, but it is a pretty good test. So I think it's going to be fine.
I think it'll be fine.
I think fine is where we're at with the floors. Some things we're very particular about and we really care about. And with the floors, we just want them to be decent quality. And I really didn't want luxury vinyl plank in this unit. Fair. We have it in the rentals because it's like a lot better for rentals, easy to care for. But I really wanted wood or something like it here.
And I think going for... it's fine, and we don't really think about it much after the fact is great. Like we have so many other things, colors, cabinets, all that stuff. So many of the things that you see when you're looking around, and I think it's fine that the floors are going to be just there. It's
very unopinionated, but also we didn't want to go for something that had no variation in the color. What's nice about this is there's a lot of natural wood variation in it, and because of that, it'll match more colors of wood.
Like the dark knots will go well with the dark cabinets when they're next to there, and the light colors look good in other places. And
because there was some pretty like totally whitewashed, like absolutely desaturated,
very plain one color, one texture. Didn't like those as much for sure. Either dark or light, actually.
Which I think you thought you were going to like them more than you ended up doing.
I did.
Yeah, this is why samples are important.
All
right, so what's the word of the week?
Word of the week is tapestry, which is the name of these floors.
And what we didn't know we needed to know.
I guess triple check your suppliers. Because wow. I
hope at some point we can fully talk about this. And I hope it isn't because we didn't get our money back.
So who's late this week?
The floors.
But at least they're here now, so we can get back on track.
I will say, floors were the first thing we ordered.
I know.
It was literally the first hard fixture we ordered. It wasn't the first thing we picked out, but it was the first thing we ordered. Until next time.
Don't build a triplex.